batting ninth and playing second base. Ready to go on a Saturday afternoon. First pitch of the spring is a check swing and a foul ball, and we are underway. During our broadcast from the game up in Jupiter against the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. Gusto picks up a strikeout to start his 2025 campaign as he gets Dylan Cruz swinging. On there and said, how's the season going? He said, I got cut from my high school team, and he's still pitching college, and here he is pitching against the Washington Nationals, and he struck out the first two batters, including Tenna there. That was an impressive looking fastball. From 240 to 222 as he has a 1-2 count and sends one high in the air. Wynn is going to play a trick with all pop-ups today, although Guillorme looks like he's fairly comfortable under it and puts it away. Quite a start for Ryan Gusto and the Astros, a 1-2-3 start.
Fun first few days at camp. This group is very hungry, of course, and ready to work, but also Joe Espada has been having some fun with the group, guys. Focus, but there's also competition, TK, including, like we just saw with Ryan Gusto, but some spots on that major league roster. So a very important spring training for some.
No doubt about it, Julia. And for the Astros, just because there wasn't really jobs to win. But this is very different this year as McCormick goes after the first pitch and grounds out to third.
Well, the position battles will be different, but early on,
Singleton bats here with a 2-2 count. After the first two batters made outs on a total of 3 pitches, Singleton working the count a little bit, and he pops one up. This is near the foul line. It's going to end up drifting towards the Astros dugout, where Ruiz puts it away for the final out of the first inning. At second, which would be the first time in a long time that has happened. What are your thoughts about Altuve checking out left field?
Well, I think Jose's a good athlete. I mean, he can adapt to anything. And you never have enough pitching, so we're excited that we'll be pretty deep here and keep everybody healthy, hopefully.
3-1 pitch. Ahmad Rosario sends one into left field. First chance for Zach DeCenzo, and he makes the play flawlessly and left for the second out. Going to be a little more than a month away from opening day, even as we start the spring here, and we're going to get used to calling it Daikin Park again because we're focused. We're not going to fall back on the old name, but boy, this may be his last batter, whether he retires him or not, and he pitches in. We have a stolen base attempt, and it's going to be successful. Nationals led all of baseball in steals last year as they pick up their first this spring.
a great ballpark, but access to the players out back has been great too.
Yeah, it's a great facility. It's a big piece of property on both sides, and those soccer fields and other things for the
switch hitter. That's going to be something interesting for Joe Espada and Dana Brown to navigate as Caratini goes down swinging. Is there's really a heavy lean to the right-hand hitters. DeCenzo with a 2-2 count after being down 0-2. Grounds one to the right side. Gloved there by Juan Yepez, who makes the play himself to the bag. And there's two away. Might have as many as 500 plate appearances. And we'll talk more about him in his next AB as he goes down on 3 pitches. Ferrer, impressive in his first inning of work, strikes out.
Getting back to work.
Hey, what did it take to get the guy to your left to put on a uniform and show up in the dugout?
Which one? This Hall of Famers right here?
Craig Biggio.
Hey, he's
pick on Bish first.
You know, and his commitment to doing whatever it takes to do that is impressive to watch. Oh, turn his double play. That's out.
Safe at first and out at, or safe at second and out at first. Dubon didn't quite get to the bag in time as sliding in safely was Jacob Young. So they get the out at first, and Young
left field, who's also a pretty good player.
There goes the runner towards third. Caratini's throw bounces in there. We mentioned the Nationals.
Bring him in, Tony.
Steal a lot of bases. They had the most stolen bases since 1993 of any major league team.
Reason why I also was trying to get Tony to come here and be part of the organization.
Shallow center. Jake Myers won't be able to get there. A little flare with the infield in. No chance for an infielder to make that play. So the Nationals have scored the first run of the spring on a little loop hit into center field by Dylan Cruz, scoring Jacob Young.
How anxious are you to see Christian Walker with your own eyes at first base? He is a Gold Glover, and he's going to make this defense that much better.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I can't wait to get him on the field.
A little bit more of your club. Are you comfortable where you're at, and what adjustments are you going to make this season?
You know what, Blummer, it does. It feels like I've been here. You know, it feels more like my club. Last year, I was just trying to get to know.
ERA title, what was it? Was there something that clicked, or was just putting things together?
Yeah, I think it's just a culmination of, my years in the minor leagues. Everything kind of just
prepared down there in Sugarland with the Space Cowboys in case his turn does come around, or if he just pitches himself into the opportunity to break through with the Astros. But the stuff today looked great, and it seemed like his attitude kind of
Quincy now 26 years old, also played in the Arizona Fall League after his season last year. That'll be a productive out for Hamilton as he grounds one to the right side, moving Shea Whitcomb over to third base with one out.
Course of the season, if that's possible and those guys get back to form and are strong enough to go out there and produce like they have in the past, that is a big time boost to this Astros rotation.
Luis Guillorme in his first plate appearance as an Astro picks up an RBI. Guillorme, the veteran who spent most of his career with the New York Mets before last season, picks up a sac fly here to tie the game at 1. It's
a lot.
So Dubon, who played 137 games last year, 93 of those were in the outfield. As Dubon goes down on strikes here to end the third. Astros
Long is having that good young talent drafted, developed, get to the big leagues, and then add some of those free agents, add some of those veteran guys like Josh Bell, who just raked one to the wall.
Yeah, Bell picked on that pitch and sent it past Jake Myers all the way to the wall in center field. So that'll be a stand-up double for Bell. We're not kidding. 2-2 the count. Yankees didn't do too poorly either. This ball to left field after losing Soto. They added some pieces. DeCenzo getting tested. That ball carried pretty well. We mentioned the wind blowing in from right. It looks like it's carrying okay to left field as Rosario sent that all the way to the wall and left. Take a chance, see what this left-hander had. He's got a 3-0 count here, and he walks Alex Call on 4 pitches. So Call has had 2 plate appearances. 0-1 pitch, loop down the right field line. That will score a run as it's a fair ball. Slipping in right field is Chas McCormick. Coming in is 1 run. That is a second run trying to score. And out at home plate, Alex Call thrown out on a great relay throw. McCormick got it to Mauricio Dubon.
See in spring training is the ability to kind of use the fundamentals that you're practicing in the back. Chaparro scores easily, but Call trying to force the issue. And you see the relay from a strong arm of Mauricio Dubon. Plenty of time to go in there and get Alex Call.
How about that? Swing and a miss. Walter comes back to strike out. Jacob Young to end the inning. The Nationals score a run.
Chas McCormick here in spring training is just that discipline and that trust in the hands that you can get back to being who that guy was.
Ground ball to third again. Brady House making the play this time, and Chas
lineup. And some of those guys being in the outfield will probably be at the bottom part of the order, so it could clear up some opportunities late in games to try and go out there and be that closer killer and have those big late.
We're a guy that switch hit, and I would imagine, well, we'll talk about it another time because this will be the 3rd out of the inning, assuming the play is made by Lyle, which it is. Dylan Lyle. Dylan Lyle puts it away for the final out. 2-2 pitch is lined into center field. Trey Lipscomb has himself a hit. Lipscomb delivers a leadoff single for the Nationals here starting off the 5th inning.
You know, that's probably one thing that is going around that clubhouse is these guys had an extra month at the end of their season.
Chas McCormick making the call on the catch on that little pop-up beyond the.
He doesn't even know who plays first base for the Astros yet, I don't think. Should tell him.
Swing and a miss. The throw by Lavastida is a little late into the third base side as the Nationals pick up another stolen base. Lipscomb picks up second base and 2 outs. And that ball through the middle is going to get into center field for a base hit. Lipscomb's going to come around to score, so the stolen base helps the Nationals score another run. As
to 100 games. You covered 140 games in your outfield with 2 of the best hitters on the team.
Popped up in foul territory. John Singleton hangs with it for the final out.
It's great competition, and they have some of the best athletes in the world, and there's so much to learn about it. So tune in.
Zach DeCenzo in the left field. Maybe the best struck baseball of the day for the Astros, but not well enough for their first hit of the game. This ball put in play, but popped high in the air to center field. Robert Hassel III comes in a few steps and puts it away for out number 2.
Pitches out of the zone that have been called strikes on him. But the Astros need to do a better job of getting deeper into counts when the regular season starts.
Hosey's looking good in left field, so, you know, just trying to take advantage of the opportunity. Just going out there and you know, just try to make every play.
Big offseason. That's, you know, you're seeing them nod their head to the music, and that's how you know that it's good.
Yes. I mean, I just vibe with the guys.
There you go.
Oh, I put 20. I was 171 when I finished the season. I'm 190 right now.
Wow.
A lot of eating. So
A lot of calories.
A lot of calories. So I'm excited for that.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Dibby.
Dibby.
All right. Port St. Lucie, they are trailing 4-1 to the New York Mets. This ball into center field. There it is. The first hit for the Houston Astros today at the Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches. Only the second hit between the two split squad teams.
Prospect list that they do have, and he quickly jumped to the top of the list for the Astros as far as prospects are concerned.
That ball off the fist of Guillorme, a soft line drive caught for out number one, and here he is. He has over 1,000 in his first professional season between 3 stops: Myrtle Beach, South Bend, and Tennessee. And in his first ever spring training plate appearances, Cam draws a walk. As a corner outfielder, he's got a great arm.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. He's got a cannon.
They're going to say that Sullivan went too far on that check swing. Home plate umpire James Jean made the call himself. So far, they have it matched exactly the offensive production in both stadiums, as we see a walk here to load the bases. Omar's got, that's where Harleen Susane is right now. Try to hold up. Jean says he goes too far. Lavestito strikes out for the final out of the inning. So working around a couple of walks and a hit.
The road in Port St. Lucie, they're using it for today's game where Omar Lopez is managing Blummer. But the topic in today's meeting for Joe Espada, or one of, was ABS. And
Very sure when you use that, because the more success you have with it, the more opportunities you get to keep it, because when it is overruled and doesn't go in your favor, they want to replay that. It will show up on the scoreboard. At least it's been on the scoreboard, as we have a couple of quick outs and a quick inning.
Trey Dombrowski out of the Astros bullpen, the left-hander facing Nasim Nunez.
San Francisco Giants organization.
Baez sees 4 pitches, all of them out of the zone. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Helvey comes back to strike out Robleski for the first out of the inning.
You're going to be evaluated here at the big league level, and you're going to see some of your pitches overturned. I think that's going to be an interesting aspect of it too, is that umpires are going to be.
So this year what you'll see is our same strike zone box. This ball tapped back to the mound. The play is made by Helvey, and that is out number 2 as Quincy Hamilton grounds out for the second. And that is going to be a called third strike at the knees. Close pitch. Barreras didn't like it. No challenge system here at space at Cacti for 7 games, and Asheville for 18 games. This ball into center field. Moving to his right is Joseph Sullivan, who puts it away for the first. Like you said, kind of a late bloomer in the major leagues, to the point where he is sometimes overlooked. I think he's one of the more underrated players.
Average, and of course he brings gold with him.
Andres Chaparro goes after the first pitch and lines a single into right field. Will be the first base runner allowed by Trey Dombrowski, who retired the first 5 batters he faced. This one popped high in the air into left field, playable for Colin Barber, moves towards the line and puts it away for the final out of the inning. So good 2 innings for Trey Dombrowski, 1 hit of the 7 batters he faces.
Because Isak and Wisniewski are going to have that immediate impact, but what can you get for the future? Somebody that you can hold on to. We talk about club control all the time, and this is the great example of it. Some insight into who Cam Smith might be, and obviously he fits that mold. Get that line.
How about Colin Barber pulling one down the line? Smith on the move from first base. Parrish Chica holding him up. And the Astros may have scored that run as the ball got away from the Nationals, but Tony didn't know that at the time, so they'll have second and third with 1 out as Barber puts the ball in play. That'll score the run. Darren Baker will make the play to first. Cam Smith crosses the plate. The Astros within a run. It's now a 3-2 game on the RBI ground out by Brian Lavestida. That one gets away from Millis. We're going to be tied at 3. Crossing the plate, Colin Barber. Barber with a double in this inning scores the tying run. It's 3-3. Dominican Republic last year spent most of his season at High A Asheville as he strikes out here to end the inning. The Astros do score 2 runs on a hit and a walk in the inning. It's now tied at 3 as we head in. Like it. 9th inning baseball. All of a sudden tied at 3. Hey, nice play by the new pitcher, Joey Mancini on a comebacker as he makes that backhand play look easy for out number 1. Games for surprise in the Arizona Fall League. He walks Millis here after a nice play defensively. Runner on the go, and Nunez is hit by that pitch. Nasim Nunez, who wears that elbow guard, looks like got hit right around that front elbow. This one back again. Mancini tries to make a nice play, bobbles, and his throw is in time. Baker thought he was safe, but called out at first by Lance Barksdale for the second out of the inning. Runners advance 90 feet each. He does draw the walk here, as Mancini has walked 2 and hit a batter in this inning to load up the bases. In the air left field, pretty well hit. Barber going back, still going back. That ball's off the base of the wall. 3 runs are going to score. A bases clearing double off the left-handed bat of Robert Hassel III. And the Nationals now have a 6-3 lead. Down goes Morales, and that'll do it for the Nationals. But a big swing with 2 outs clears the bases. Robert Hassel gives the Nationals a 6-3 lead.
Wilmington got a cup of coffee in Harrisburg, AA affiliate, as he hits the Robleski to lead off this inning. But
I want a third, could be 2. Brady House to second for 1, and a turn by Darren Baker in time for the double play. Christian Gonzalez hits into a double play, and the Astros are down to their final out. In the 22 draft out of the organization that would become the Washington Nationals after being the Expos originally. And this game will end on a nice play by both Brady House and Yohandy Morales on the corners as they get Quincy Hamilton on a ground out to end the game. 6-3 the final score in favor of the Nationals. They win the first game of this spring training schedule. Astros give up 3 in the 9th to lose. We'll have the post-game show presented by Whataburger right after this.